Hey, left, right, out. I wanted to address something. One of my videos was taken down that I posted yesterday. It was taken down by YouTube, even though nothing I said was counter to anything, even conventional contemporary information that the government or the World Health Organization has come up with. Most of it was markets. I just happened to bring up a few things about some stuff that's going on in the world, around the world, and certain medications that are being utilized, and that there is a conventional old technology way of doing certain things that is being developed, that has been developed, that has a lot of promise, and that the newer one, and kind of went into just a little bit of how it's done and why this other one, it shows a lot more promise than that, especially with the data we're seeing. And then also some of the things we've been wearing that the government and the WHO have gone back and forth on, and then now they're back to the original statement, or that everybody's already known that certain things aren't as effective, and that there's one class of this garment that is effective, or vastly more effective than the other garment that you can just purchase anywhere. So anyway, I want to say that they took that down. It's on Rumble. I mean, it's nothing like super out of the ordinary. Usually, I put stuff out there, or other people put stuff out there that's ahead of the curve, and that gets taken down, or YouTube will strike it or whatnot. And I really haven't bothered with me too much, because I don't have much on YouTube with regards to a following. But for some reason, they took this one out, and to me, it's like, well, what information is harmful there? Why can't we battle in the field of ideas? And if you're just reporting on, information that's already out there, that the government itself, or the institutions that they lead, that they say are credible, the information they're putting out, and you're just reporting it, then what's the issue here? What is going on? There is no more debate. You can't even report on these things that are out there. And like you've always heard of the Crowder one, where he's reporting the CDC's own statistics, and he gets struck down on that. So, what do? Well, it is a sense of censorship. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. And remember back, a few years ago, when Congress brought all these guys, the big tech dudes, Facebook, YouTube, or Google, and the like, the ilk, and questioned them there, and wanted them to censorship. I think there was obviously probably behind closed doors meetings. I think it was right then that there was like 180 degrees. Not that it hadn't been moving in this direction before, but it was really pushed down on the throttle of this kind of censorship happened after that meeting, and it's just been the same way ever since. And now they're just using it. So to me, this is more like where these institutions, these large tech companies, are acting as agents of the government, or agents of arms of the government. If you've ever been in law enforcement, if you remember, like, you just can't go get some agents of the government. You know what I'm talking about? You just can't go get somebody and say, hey, I want you to go search this person's house. We don't have a warrant for it, but we're looking for something, and I want you to go search it to a civilian. You can't, because then that guy becomes an agent of the state, in a sense. So that's the same as you going in there and searching without a warrant. So we have the same thing, but with censorship. So in order to get around the First Amendment, the government is now using, or in collusion with these companies, in order to push a narrative, or to get people in more lockstep, or not let them be exposed to other opinions, or a lot of times now it's other facts, or things that are ahead of the curve, or people that are making logical conclusions or critical analysis of facts and having an opinion. You can't have that. CNN and all these other guys can, and then they're more than often now wrong, but that's okay. In fact, YouTube and all these guys have been pushing those institutions, these failing institutions, on the page. I've noticed that they're not so much on my page anymore, but there for a while, all I was getting was a news feed on my recommendations of NBC, CNN, MSNBC, all these, even Fox News, like anybody that they deemed, whatever mainstream media. So it's stupid. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, and I don't know when I'll get my another analysis, because it's an interesting day in the markets too. I mean, there's a little bit of a kind of a dead camp bounce that's kind of tapering off now, but you, like I've said before, you're going to see a lot of digestion of with this. So they're going to see what the Fed's doing, this policy. I mean, we're already down this road. We've kicked the can so far down. Anything the Fed does, we're going to hurt one way or the other. So it depends on which road of pain they want to choose. And one is really painful and one is really painful. But the one is like, one, we have a chance in recouping at least a little vestige of American dream. Another one is becoming a despotic, not even a republic, but opening the door for, you know, as we've seen how people act with all this other stuff, opening the doors to some real interesting characters to emerge, and a collapse in this country, and a real impoverishment of a class, and a bifurcation of class here, which we've already kind of seen, but we're talking about like a real like feudalistic oligarchy society. But anyway, talk to you later. Peace.